Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to Real Madrid against Celta Vigo back in La Liga. This is match day 34 in La Liga. As Real Madrid have just La Liga to hang on to look forward to. Not really even look forward, because I don't think there is anything to look forward to. But for the remaining 5 games of the season, just to end off strong. Are we going to win La Liga? The odds are against Real Madrid. Barcelona are 4 points ahead. We have to play Barcelona, and we haven't beaten them this season. Yes, the last game against Barcelona we came close, but coming close doesn't mean we did it, and we blew our chances in that game. So what is there to suggest that we will do it? Also, speaking of that, the fact that we have so many injuries, especially in the defense, does not help at all. So, with that being said, even La Liga is looking very, very tough. And it probably will be one of those seasons where, look, we might win, or we have won the UEFA Super Cup and the Club World Cup. And we might win the summer version of the Club World Cup. But at the end of the day, it has been a failure. It has been a travesty. It has been a disastrous season. And I think Carlo Ancelotti will leave. There have been these sort of rumors that he had an agreement with Brazil, and then Fabrizio Romano came out saying that that was false, and that deal is going to collapse between Carlo Ancelotti and Brazil. But he did also say that that doesn't mean that Real Madrid won't part ways with Carlo Ancelotti. That just means that Carlo Ancelotti won't be taking the Brazil job. So he will probably leave, and we will make a separate video on that when he does leave, or if he does leave. But ultimately, I won't talk about what happens after Carlo Ancelotti leaves. But we all know that we need a change of scenery at the club. We all know we need a change. And I've said before, it is not Carlo Ancelotti's fault for this 100%. He doesn't take on every percentage of the problem. He takes a small percentage of it, but he is not the problem. He's part of the problem, but he's not the problem. And unfortunately, he will be the fall guy, as every club is. When things aren't going well, the manager is the fall guy. And I'm not going to be sitting here saying I am happy that Carlo Ancelotti is gone. I'm happy that he's the fall guy. But what I will say is that I believe that we need a change. We do. And I'm not going to say that if Xabi Alonso comes in, we will start playing brilliantly, because we haven't seen anything this season to suggest it. I think some players have proven that, they are good players, but the system, if there is any, the system just isn't good enough. So, like I said, that is on the manager's part. But you look at the sudden drop-off from last season to this season, from the 2022 season to this season. We need an explanation as to why that has decreased so badly. And it's not just Carlo Ancelotti, because he can't be the man making the big drop-off. We have to look at the team. Where is the defensive, the midfield, the defensive mainly reinforcements? Where is that reinforcement? Lucas Vazquez is still the backup right back. We are still relying on David Alaba as a backup centre back. We have got 2 left backs that one is very injury prone, and the other I don't think is a good fit because defensively he is exposed quite oftenly. So we are dealing with problems in the defense especially. And have we made any attempts to address that? No. We had the chance to do it in January. We decided we will hang out. We will wait. We will wait to bring Trent in. We will wait to bring Alphonso Davies in, who has stayed at Bayern Munich. Have we done anything? Did we do anything in the summer last season? No. And even now, are we going to be bringing in Dean Hewson? Are we going to be signing, Theo Hernandez, Ashraf Hakimi, Milos Kerkesh, anyone? Are we going to bring in any top quality defenders who will improve this team massively? And we haven't seen that yet. And we might do something. We might see Trent come in. We might see Dean Hewson join. We might see Zubimendi join. But Carlo Ancelotti has been let down by not mainly Florentino Perez, but he's part of it, but by the board and Florentino Perez, of course. He has been let down. He has been part of the problem, but he has also been let down because he hasn't been given the tools to address the same issues that we know have been there. We know defensively we have had issues. We know in this team there have been holes and gaps that we have needed to fill. But we haven't done it. But back to what I was going to say regarding the final 5 games, at least in La Liga, is that we have got 5 games to go. I'm not going to count the Club World Cup in the summer because by then it doesn't really mean that much anymore, because I don't see the trophy as that big of a deal compared to La Liga, compared to the Champions League, or even compared to the Copa del Rey. Obviously, as fans, we will still watch it. If we win it, great. But it doesn't hold as big of a significance to the club and to the fans and to the players. But the next 5 games will be huge. If we look at the running between the two teams, Barcelona play Real Valladolid. Bear in mind, they have got Champions League fixtures in between. So they will have more games. But they play Real Madrid at home. And then they've got Espanyol away, Villarreal at home, and Athletic Club away. That means that they have technically a tougher run in. Because Real Madrid, I believe, have got Celta Vigo at home. We've got Barcelona away, Mallorca at home, Sevilla away, and Real Sociedad at home. Technically, on paper, it's an easier run-in. But we must win against Barcelona because we are the chasing team. And they must lose 2 games, including El Clasico, for us to stand a chance. And we must basically win every single game as well to have a great chance. But obviously, against Celta Vigo, it's not my biggest concern. My biggest concern is El Clasico, right? I think that is it's safe to say that El Clasico is the hardest of the 5 for Real Madrid. And I'm looking at that game as a very tough game. And obviously we'll get to that game next week. But we'll start off with Celta Vigo. Against a team that we have beaten already in both games this season. Against a side that are currently 7th. So they are doing pretty well. They are in the Europa League spot. Because I'm pretty sure La Liga have secured the top 5 for the Champions League. The 5th spot as well. So that would mean that another team gets the Europa League and the 8th team gets Conference League, which means, yeah, Celta Vigo would get Europa League football, which would be incredible for them. But they have played quite well this season, obviously 7th, and they've got a couple of good players. Aspas is there, Borja Iglesias is there, but obviously, yeah, we look at their previous couple of away games. They actually went to Barcelona in their last away game, and they put up a very good fight. They lost 4-3. It was a narrow loss, but they put up a great fight. They beat Mallorca away. They beat Real Valladolid away. They drew with Girona away. They drew to Atletico Madrid away as well back in February. And their last loss away was in February against Valencia at the Mestalla. Like I said, they've got the likes of Aspas, Borja Iglesias, Marcos Alonso, former Real Madrid, former Barcelona. They've got Moriba, former Barcelona. Svedberg is a very interesting player. They've got Fran Broughton, Manquillo is in there, Franco Cervi, Fer Lopez, and a few others. So they've got a very good team. Like I said, they're 7th, they're doing well. It will be tough, definitely. Can we consider the Santiago Bernabeu as a place that we should be winning? I would say so. I know we've lost a couple of games there this season, but yeah, it should still be a game where we win. For my team, I think this would be the starting 11. With the injuries, Courtois starts. Fran Garcia, Tchouaméni, Asensio, Vasquez has to be the back 4. Lucas Vasquez has a red card and suspended for 2 games, but I'm pretty sure that's only for Copa del Rey games. So I'm pretty sure that is for next season, because obviously we're out of the Copa del Rey now. So I think he's clear to start this game without anyone, and we could see some young academy players. Obviously Lorenzo Aguado is not in the squad, which is actually pretty interesting. However, Youssef Lekadim, the Moroccan left back for Real Madrid's academy, is in. Yakubu Ramon is in. So could we see either start? I doubt they will start. Could they come on? I doubt they will come on. But in the squad list, there's Lucas Vasquez, Vallejo, Fran Garcia, Asensio, Youssef Lekadim, and also Yakubu Ramon. But I think what will happen is Tchouaméni will form a centre-back partnership with Asensio, and we'll have Fran Garcia and Lucas Vasquez as the fullbacks. Then in the midfield, I think it will be Denis Ceballos with Bellingham and with Fede Valverde. And then I would like to see Arda Güler start, but I'm just thinking, how are we going to fit Arda Güler, Bellingham, Valverde in that midfield? It will be quite unbalanced. So I've gone Ceballos to balance the midfield. And in the attack, Rodrigo is out of this game with some cold and fever, I believe. So I'm pretty sure that means that Brahim will start. I don't think Arda Güler will start in the attack. I don't think that's where Carlo Ancelotti will prefer to start him. And that will mean that Mbappe and Vini start as well. I'm very certain this will be the starting 11, especially with what we have. But yeah, score prediction, I'm going to go Real Madrid 3, Celta Vigo 1. The optimism is still there. Like I said, I don't think this is the toughest game we have. I think El Clasico is tougher. I think Sevilla away is tougher. I think even Real Sociedad at home is tougher. But we cannot underestimate our opponents, who are 7th. They're doing well. They're over exceeding their expectations. But we know that we can win. But let me know what thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the button state, subscribe to Trust On already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.